What's up with it? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Now, look, the Dallas Mavericks, of course, they were able to beat the surging hot Memphis Grizzlies uh, last night, 112 to 85 in a beatdown. I'm going to talk about Memphis in a little bit. I was very disappointed, not only on the court, but also for what I've seen from John Moran on the bench. I'll talk about that in a second. But I want to make something abundantly clear as we begin this whole wild football weekend beginning to start. I got to talk about something real quick. Luka has not been the reason for the Dallas Mavericks' success, okay? And I stand on that. Here's the reason why. Because if you go and you look at Luka's stats, yeah, he had a great night last night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, right? But the previous two games, minus not I'm not going to count Houston because of course he didn't play. The previous two games, he shot 8 of 23 in both games when he played against the New York Knicks and also when he played against Chicago. And then, okay, yeah, he had a triple-double against Chicago, but he shot 8 of 23. I mean, he had 14 rebounds and 14 assists. But those stats are very overstated. He didn't really shoot all that great when he played against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, it was somewhat okay, but that's not really a good shooting night. I mean, 7 of 18 in both games against Golden State and the Denver Nuggets. Even though he did have 15 assists against the Denver Nuggets, right? And then against OKC, he only had 14 points. And he shot a respectable 6 of 14, and he had 10 assists. But he's only shooting 43.9. And earlier in the season, as I had to tell some people that Luka was in the low 40. He was shooting like 40% at one point. And besides that, also, Luka still needs to work on things like his conditioning and still knowing when and when not to handle the rock. Having said all of that, let's get to Jalen Brunson. All right? Jalen Brunson has been the real reason for the Dallas Mavericks' success. Okay? Jalen Brunson hasn't missed a game. Jalen Brunson, ever since they started him, Jason Kidd has made that change to make him the point guard, the ball handler, the playmaker, the coach on the floor. Reluctant to say even the best defender, the most consistent, and also one could add also a tenacious defender as well. Jalen Brunson has been the reason for the success. Okay, Luka, yeah, he had a triple-double last night. But keep in mind that Jalen Brunson is the primary playmaker and a facilitator as well. Now, this is an interesting thing that y'all don't know about Jalen Brunson. This season, Jalen Brunson is a plus 90 on the floor when you have him. And even last year, I think he was like at a plus 121 altogether. The previous year in 21, in 20 and 21, right? He had 15 points, uh, 5 rebounds and 9 assists. Some of y'all that aren't really basketball heads, you'll be like, "Oh, that wasn't anything." Jalen Brunson is shooting 50% from the field, comparison to Luka, who's shooting 43.9. And I know you want to go in and be like, "Oh, okay, well, that's not good." Look, he's shooting against the Sacramento Kings. Scored 23 and 25 both nights, 11 and 19 from the field, right? Against OKC, 6 of 12, taking respectable shots, 50%, 6 of 12. Didn't have a good shooting night against Denver, okay, but made up for it the very next night, 6 of 15. And see, what you're not realizing is defense that Jalen Brunson is doing, and also as well as the playmaking too as well. Against Houston, seven of 11 had 10 assists. Right against Chicago, 17 points, shot 8 of 10 from the field, and had 4 assists. Again against New York, 6 of 12, 50% from the field, 6 assists. Then against Memphis, like I said, he was 7 of 13 from the field, 15 points, 9 assists. You see the difference there? He's not forcing his shots. He's not taking. He's not being inconsistent. He's not being uh, what you say a as they call like a ball stopper or whatnot. Jalen Brunson. What I told people last night. I mean, not last night. The last time that I talked about this, when we were talking about KP and when we were talking about Luka and also Jalen Brunson, some people were trying to argue that when you take Luca off the floor and all this other stuff, oh well, they're not going to do anything. Oh, they can't do anything without Luca. That's not true. That's not true at all. Because the Mavericks, let's just take a look at that. Give me one second. Okay, look, the Mavericks this season, um, last season. I'm sorry about it. This season, they were. One second. This season, the Mavs without Luca are 5-3. They have a winning record without Luca. So what I'm saying is that with Brunson, with guys like Hardaway Jr., and they've been hit with the boogeyman for the most part. You got to remember they were playing without KP, and also they were playing without Luca. When Luca was without KP, he had a pretty decent record, 8-4 without KP. So that also says that without KP, actually they're more beneficial, which a lot of people did tell me, and I kind of disagree with that, but they're proving me right. But let's not act like with Luca they're so terrible, because they were 5-3 without Luca. You know, and see Jalen Brunson. It's a crying shame that they're not giving a true point guard like a Jalen Brunson his just due. Okay, now uh, another thing that I think that doesn't get noticed is the fact that Luca cannot. He has to have the ball in his hand. He's still he's still in that state of mind to where, and I don't think it's ever gonna be like broken. It's going to be a habit that's going to be hard to really break. But it's like he has to have the ball in his hands. He can't move without the ball. Without the ball, if you go and you go look at Jalen Brunson last night, there were several possessions and throughout the season where he he went straight down into the corner, waiting, and that's a point guard. While Luka handled the rock. You understand what I'm saying? Like he he does not want to come off the ball. Like I said, I've said that time and time again, and people are probably tired of me hearing it. But he was complaining about his his conditioning and everything, right? Check this out, all right? Luca has not been beneficial on defense at all, and he's not adding any type of value. His point, you know how they talk about LeBron and his points are just empty stats, or Russell Westbrook, they're just empty stats. They're not meaningful. Well, guess what? I just told you that Jalen Brunson had a plus 90 this season so far, right? Guess what Luca's plus minus this season is? It's a negative 47. A negative 47. Negative 47, Jacob. Negative 47. Andover Sandlot, who is a Golden State fan. Before we get rah rah rah, yeah, Luka, and all this other stuff. John Morant had one bad game. He didn't have that great of a game, and what I was going to talk about is I was disappointed in John Morant and him, laughing on the bench and everything like that. Oh, John Morant's my guy, but he got to get the smoke too. I'll talk about that later. Exactly, Jacob. But Jalen Brunson, what did I tell you? What did we agreed to this, Jacob. And the reason why I could talk to Jacob, because Jacob is a Mavericks fan. He knows the ins and out of that organization. Jalen Brunson is the reason for the Mavs' success. Finney Smith, they're trying to shop for Finney Smith and trying to get rid of Finney Smith. What the fuck are you doing? Finney Smith is one of the best defenders on that team. He's the 3-and-D guy that you need. But to sit up here and say that Luka is the reason for the success, Luka is this and Luka is that, he has not been consistent all season, and he's been shooting horrible. Everything checks off. This is my last point. Okay? This is my last point. Let's all line it up right now, and let's do a summary, right? Jalen Brunson, he's shooting 50%, right, from the field, which is great, especially for a point guard, too, right? Luka's shooting 43.9%, right? Luka has a negative 47. Don't play no defense. And on top of that, he's not in the type of shape that he needs to be in order to get up and down the floor, and he's not durable. Guess what? Jalen Brunson, plus 90, and has been pretty much in all games this season, and has been durable. Come on, man. We gotta stop. Oh yeah, crowning these guys and everything like that. Look, and look, I'll be the first one to say it. Jacob probably thinks that I'm a hypocrite because I was on Ticket Stream one time and I was defending Luka, and I had to really think to myself. I said, "No, I really gotta watch Luka. I really got to watch him and see what he did." Okay, yeah, when he was in the bubble and he did his thing and everything, yeah, that was all right. But the more I began to watch this guy and everything, he just appeared so selfish to me, and he has not wanted to work on getting better. He's not willing to come off the ball. Yeah, last night they won, but you ran up against a Memphis team that had put out an outpour and had been a hot team and beating all these good teams and until they faced y'all. So they were gonna wear down just a little bit. So in essence, you were actually supposed to win. But I guarantee you that will not happen again because in the beginning of the game, they were more energetic. You could see that what's it called, Ja Morant and the other guys were on defense, playing hella defense on the Mavericks. But then after that, they lost control in the second half. You haven't been watching who, Luka or Ja? Please tell me you're talking about Luca, or please tell me because if it's Ja, how can you not listen? Ja is one of them guys like To say, get your popcorn ready. He's box office. He's a beast. He's who you want to wake up. He's who you get up to see. Uh, Ja got that Allen Iverson appeal. Oh, you talking about Luca? Yeah, Luca. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Luca, I mean, he when he first came in, he was exciting to watch. But the more you watch him, and the more that you you start to pay attention to him, like he's not really he's not really a guy that you really want to watch or you enjoy watching. Cause I was like, man, this guy does not. He's all about himself. He doesn't want to move around. Like it's like, listen, as much as they criticize Russell Westbrook, right? They criticize him about not being able to do other things and not being able to uh, transition his game. As much as they criticize Steph Curry about, okay, yeah, what else can Curry do? You know what I'm saying? What can he do and all this other stuff, right? What the fuck can Luca do? He can't move without the ball. Yeah, he's gonna get assists and he's gonna get rebounds and stuff like that. But in today's game, it's easy. I mean, it's relatively easy to get a triple double if you really, really put your mind to it and stuff. But those assists, man, like if I throw the ball to Jacob like 7 times and Jacob is automatic from 3 point land, guess what? I got 7 assists. And if I do that in a quarter, guess what? I've already got 7 assists. So it's gonna be easy for me to get 14 assists. It's not like they're meaningful. But see, the difference is that with Jalen Brunson, he's playing defense. He's getting the reads. He's picking up his man. About 70 feet. You know what I'm saying? He's already there. He's waiting on that guy. He's playing the passing lane. And Jalen Brunson's not all that fast and athletic, but his heart and his hustle, his intangibles. He's the most important player on that team. It's not Luca by any means. It's not Luca. And Jalen Brunson can distribute. He got more in his bag. Is he gonna jump out the gym dunking over motherfuckers? No, he's not gonna do that. That's not what he wants. But like I said, I've been telling people, and he's proving me right more and more. You would love to have a guy like Brunson. I guarantee you this, Jacob and Andover. You take away Jalen Brunson from that team, Mavericks ain't going nowhere. I guarantee you. You know, they held it down without Luka, and on top of that, they were 5-3. Let that sink in. They were 5-3 without Luka. They held it down. So that I mean that yeah, he's in there and everything, but Luka is just in there just to get his buckets, man. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's sad, man. It's really sad. But they got the win. But Luka is gonna have to improve in that aspect of his game on the defensive end. Of course, we've already talked about his conditioning, and then on top of that, he's got to come up. He's gonna have to come off the ball. And like I said, I've said that once or twice. That comes with maturity. And to the defense of Luka, to that I've came to him to a certain extent. Even though I was disappointed in him marching into the front office and getting rid of motherfuckers and all that shit, that didn't need to be done. But his youth is a factor. We're still talking about a guy that's not even 25 yet. Yeah, he's not a listen, dude. I'll tell you like this, Jacob. Luca could be a dynamic player, like to the point where Luca could be very even more dangerous if you really think about it. But he doesn't look at it like how me or you look at it, Jacob. Luca could be so much more dangerous if he was to come off the ball and not even dribble. Guess what you're doing? You're keeping the defense guessing first and foremost because they got to wonder, okay, wait a minute, Luka doesn't have the ball. Where is he at? Number two, you are conserving the energy that you need, not only for possessions and everything and throughout the game, but also for the end of the game. Because you're sitting there pounding the ball, pounding the ball, pounding the ball, all that wasted energy, just like I was saying about with the Clippers and everything. All that energy that you taking dribbling, because whether you want to believe it or not, the reason why they want young point guards and everything to handle the Rocket stuff because it takes a lot of energy for you to dribble the ball 94 feet and such, and to do this and be expected to know everybody's position, and it becomes a mental and a physical exhaustion type of thing. So Luka trying to play point guard, he trying to play shooting guard, he trying to do this, he trying to do that, and by that time, the defense is letting him do all that other stuff because he's wearing himself down and everything. He hasn't used his team just like what they use. It reminds me of James Harden. That's why, like dribble, 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 dribble. That's not gonna work. But with Jalen Brunson, he got better understanding already. You're talking about a guy that won chips while he was in college. Oh yeah, well that was just collegiate polo. Hello, he won in college. Everybody act like college it's hard. I mean, it's not hard to do. It's hard to win in college. There's not a lot of guys that are successful at the collegiate level. But the thing about it is that he understands the fundamentals of basketball. He knows the X and O's, but also, I mean, if you want to talk about raw talent and raw ability, he could do that too because he is from the Chicago area. So I mean, we gotta look at stuff like that. Luca could be a very dangerous, even more dangerous player, and on top of that, him being in better shape. Lose like 10 or 15 pounds. Look, I get on Luca and everything. At least he's out there playing. I give him credit on that. Zion ass ain't out there, but Luca, if he expects himself to be overweight like he is in the next what 7 years or something like that, and expects himself to be successful, you out your mind. You out your mind, especially when you start getting towards the age of 30. You're gonna have to take off the pressure off of your knees and off of your joints and your ankles and stuff like that. Especially with all of the minutes that you're gonna be playing. You're the superstar and everything. And yes, Luka is a superstar, but he has a lot to work on. He has a lot to work on both ends of the floor, on both ends. But my main thing is it's not to talk about his talent or anything like that. My main thing is Jalen Brunson is not getting the credit that he deserves for the Mavs' success. And on top of that, we're not looking at Jason Kidd, how cerebral he was for him to make that change. So, y'all let me know what you think, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. I'm getting ready to go ahead and get into this football weekend. Action-packed football coming up, though. But y'all let me know what you think about this video. Like it, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Polo Sports Talking ENT. I'll holler at y'all later.